Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pickleball and Politics, where I combine my quest to stay out of the kitchen with my passion for politics. So thank you for joining me on another episode of Pickleball and Politics. Hi, everyone. How are you doing today? I hope you're all doing great. Spring is in the air. That's all I can say. Spring is in the air. I wanted to come on real quick. It's going to be a quick, short video. Well, for me, I could talk for hours and hours and hours. So it's not going to be a very long video. So stay around for the dink of the day. And I wanted to talk about my serve. Yeah, you're all going to be hearing about my serve ad nauseum until I get it better. So the other day I got invited to play, and instead of going to play with the whole gang of round robin and all that, I decided to go to another court in town all by myself that I knew wouldn't be busy because everybody was playing down at the other court. And all I did was serve. I did drills by myself. I haven't done drills of any kind since last summer. And I sort of think drills are important. I don't think we do enough drills. And so I took my 11 balls, 11 because I bought 12 and I don't know what happened to one of them. One of them disappeared. And so I took my 11 balls and I went to these other courts in town and I served. And I served again. And I served again and again and again. And I decided, because I just wasn't having any success with my serve, because I do the bowling ball, or I should say I did the bowling ball, I decided to do a drop serve because so many people have been telling me, I think you'll be better, Heidi, if you do a drop serve. I think your game would be better if you do a drop serve. Try a drop serve, Heidi, try drop serve. So I was very, very hesitant to do a drop serve in the middle of the game because I'm already nervous enough about just serving in the middle of a game. So I did the drop serve. And after about 15 or 20 balls, they were going in. They were going in consistently. I was getting 10 out of those 11 balls. I would go from one side of the court to the other side of the court. Then I would go down, shoot the balls back to me, shoot the balls back to me. Then I would go down, back, forth, left, right, left, right. And by the end of the day, after I shot approximately 250 serves that I served 150 times, keep on hitting this here, I'm sorry. I was getting in 11 at a time, 10 at a time, 11 at a time, 10 at a time. So my percentage was way, way up. And so I just got a call. Do you want to play? And it's a beautiful spring day. So I'm going out to play after I talk to you today. And I'm going to try my drop serve for the first time in a game. I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm going to try it. So let's see how it goes. I'm nervous about the regular way I serve anyway, so it won't be anything different. As for politics, I kind of want to talk about the rumors that Donald Trump's going to be indicted. Yeah. And I'm concerned about the rumors. We never seem to hear rumors about anybody else, especially if they're a Democrat. We only hear rumors if they're a Republican. And the Department of Justice had passed on any of this. They had looked at it and they decided not to proceed. There was really nothing big going on here. But for some reason, the district attorney in New York City has decided he has a case and he's going to make a name for himself. And I think that's what some of this is, a district attorney looking to make a name for himself that maybe has political aspirations higher than being the district attorney, and he's looking to put a little notch on his collar. Is it a notch on his belt? A little notch on his belt to prove that he can indict a president. He's hardcore. He's serious. This is a crime. This is a crime that was committed 7 years ago. I'm not even sure if the statute of limitation is up or not. And this is a crime that involves a non-disclosure agreement. I don't know. I always thought non-disclosure agreements were signed, sealed, and delivered. And now all of a sudden, I think it was, I forget who was saying it, but I was watching some show. And the talking head lawyer was like, since when are non-disclosure agreements illegal? So they're not. And that kind of changes everything in it, because this was a non-disclosure agreement between Miss Daniels and citizen Donald Trump. And there are 2 people in jail. Well, there were 2 people in jail. Michael Cohen was in jail for the crime, but he's out. I think he's still on house arrest, or maybe that's up now. But he was in jail. He got let go for COVID. He got to go home because it was COVID. And then we have Stormy's lawyer. He's in prison too for all sorts of crimes. So my big question is, who leaked this? And we've got New York City preparing for riots. We've got barricades going up. There has to be all kinds of coordination between the Secret Service, the state police, the local police in New York City. So, yeah, I get that there's a lot of people who are in the know, but how come there's only leaks when it's a Republican? There's never a leak when there's a Democrat. And as far as illegal campaign finance issues, Hillary last year paid a fine of $113,000 for the Steele dossier, which was included in her campaign finance as legal services. Yeah, the Steele dossier was legal services paid for by the Hillary Clinton campaign. Hillary Clinton for president campaign. And they paid a fine last year. So I want to know if President Trump used campaign money. Is it really any different that he was trying to keep a porn star quiet and someone who was paying for the Steele dossier? I mean, never mind the other crimes Hillary committed with smashing of her home server and all that other stuff when she was at the State Department. But it just seems like there are 2 thresholds for justice. And if you're a Republican, the threshold's way, way, way down here. I mean, there's almost no threshold at all. If you just breathe, you're going to get charged with a crime. And if you're a Democrat, the threshold's way, 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 way up here. I read on Huffington Post today that there was 91 times as many indictments for Republican presidents since 1970 as there have been for Democrats, and that Obama had absolutely none in his 8 years. Well, I find that hard to believe, that there were absolutely not one crime committed of anyone who worked for Obama in 8 years. It's just impossible. It's just impossible. So it's obvious that there are 2-tier justice system, and the threshold for Republicans is really, really, really low. And there never seems to be any leaks on the Democratic side. I mean, just look at Hunter and his laptop and all of his alleged crimes. I shouldn't say crimes. Well, some of them look like crimes to me. I've seen that laptop. I have seen the pictures on the laptop. Yes, I have. Whew, some you can never get out of your head. And Hunter has all kinds of alleged payments from foreign entities. And nobody's looking into that. Or maybe they are looking into that. It would be nice to know they were looking into that, because he had weapons and drugs and payments. And man, I can't imagine for a moment if Don Jr. had the same things on his laptop that Hunter Biden has on his. I wonder about that. So as we go into my pickleball game really, really soon, so that's why I'm going to make this short, I want you to think about those rumors and how the justice system seems to be very different for men and women versus Democrats and Republicans. It just seems like it's completely different. There's a different threshold. I don't believe that the Democrats are clean, and I don't believe that the Republicans are that dirty. I just don't. So as we end, I want to tell you, you can reach me on Getter at Pickleball and Politics. You can reach me on Instagram at Pickleball and Politics, and you can reach me on Twitter at Pickle and Paul. And we always save the dink of the day for last. And today's dink is the leaker. Who is leaking this information Would love to know. So the dink of the day is whoever is leaking all of this information to the press. And it should be interesting what happens the next couple of days. I pray for our country. I hope you do too. Okay, I will see you soon on the next episode of Pickleball and Politics. And I'm off to do that drop serve. All right, I'll talk to you all soon.